Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey Ray, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, 69 Boss 302 Pro Touring car, over the top, reported $80,000 spent to get the car to this level, is what we're told on here. I'm gonna do the best I can to walk around, talk to you a little bit. This one has 2 hanging stickers in the car because there's so many things. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to read a little bit off this. I apologize because, like I said, there's a lot done. A lot of people don't know, but the 69 models, because when you look at this looks like a 70 model, but the 69 Boss 302 cars didn't get the cutout here, and that's why this looks a little bit different, because it's designed to be built after the Boss 302, and it is really good looking. So I don't know where to even start other than let's start with paint, because paint's important to everybody, and what you should be getting is a car that looks great in pictures, right? But then when you get to video, especially high definition video like we're doing today, this should show the flaws and things like that. So let's check that out first and see what we have here. This is black jade is what they call this, but look at how ridiculously sharp and clear all the letters are. Like, that is what you should be looking for. We should want to know what time it is. Okay, you should be able to see the camera that the guy's using. If he shaved that day, that's good paint, because those are the kind of details that when the car shows up at your house, that's going to be great. Color matched shaker scoop here. Now you say to yourself, well, that's not correct. This is supposed to be black. Nothing on this car is designed to be authentic and correct. It's actually designed to be a show car, and that's why you're going to want this car, because by the time we're done, you're going to go, wow, that thing is really nice. All right, so come on up here. We'll look at a couple other things too. You got Wilwood brakes in here, ventilated. You got big polished, like the new spec torque thrust wheels with BFG's G-force TAs all the way around. You have an upgraded suspension. It's detailed undercarriage and things like that. And I have to tell you, the stripe on here just really bangs this car out. But what I wanted to show you was how really nice the body is and how the fit and gaps and everything work. The shaved door handles that are off the car and come on around. 4-wheel disc brakes. We got our big disc brakes back here as well. And those are 255/50s in the rear, so that's a lot of meat. Got this color match spoiler. And I gotta tell you, probably the last thing I would do if I was gonna do something, I'd probably go ahead and throw on the rear window louvers on this car, because that would look really nice. But that's up to you. We can always install those if you like. And maybe you're picking this up right now. These are LED taillights, great cutouts for the exhaust. All the stuff from the stainless trim to the emblems to the moldings to all the callouts and everything has all been redone, and it's really done nicely. So let's take a peek under the hood. All right, this is really nicely done under here. Okay, so a couple things that are important to me when I'm looking at a car, and I want to tell them to you because there's some things that you might not be thinking about when you're buying this, especially if you live in a climate that's kind of cool at some times of the year. So this car here is designed to drive. It's meant to be driven far, long distances, in heat, in cold, whatever, and it's designed also to be very user-friendly. And I'll show you what I mean by that. For instance, let's just start with, I know everybody likes to talk about the engine and stuff. I'm gonna work our way backwards. Look at the size of the radiator for a minute. The radiator doesn't even barely fit in the car. It is so big. It goes from one end to the other. The cutout for the original radiator was right here. This is probably almost 50% larger. And the reason why is, check this out too, dual electric fans. And you say, well, Tone, what's the big deal about that? It's got a radiator with electric fans. The thing is, for me, I like to go to a cruise. I want to go to the beach in the car. I want to check out some car show or whatever. If I have to idle for 30 minutes waiting in line, 45 minutes at the beach in heavy traffic, whatever, the last thing I want is the car to overheat. Nothing is worse than when a car overheats and pukes all over the ground, and then you can't start it, and you're all embarrassed and what have you. And I just hate that. This is why I love the thought that somebody put all this into it. Check out the Serpentine belt system that's on here, air conditioning, all right? And all the detail from the polished overflow tank, to the cool valve covers that are on the car, chrome master cylinder and brake booster, MSD ignition, just everything works so well. The shaker hood under here, and I just run down the list of thinking about all this stuff and like how this car was meant to drive. You know, this 351 in this car makes great power. It is not stressed out, but it makes awesome power, which is even better, because you don't want a 351 making 500 horsepower. Although it sounds great, it's not a happy drive experience. Here, this car, so I've heard, will light the tires up in many gears, right? But it has that 5th gear overdrive in it, which means that you can get on the highway and you could drive for an hour or 2 hours, go to the mountains, go to the beach, go wherever you want to go, with the kids or the family or some friends or another couple or whatever and have a really good time in here. So, and you throw in the fact that it has modern air conditioning and a modern heater, and you got yourself an awesome, awesome road car, okay? All right, so let's check out the detail in the trunk too, but check out how cool this gas cap is. What a nice touch. All right, come in here. So here's what I did. I took the carpet out of here. We had a custom piece of carpet made, and I want you to see why. Because look at how fresh and nice everything is here. Everything is redone, painted, and then it's trimmed in the way it's supposed to be. It's got a billet box on there to hold the Optima battery. As you know, the Optima battery is probably the most expensive battery out there. Throw in the billet box too. And the reason I'm talking to you about that stuff is these are the detail things that you don't see. Those are in pictures, maybe you don't get them. Maybe the list doesn't have enough room to list all of this little stuff, but I'm staying on this because when you talk about the battery and the billet battery box and labor, that could be a $500, $600 expense by the time you're done, which is a lot of money. Throw that in and throw the killer stereo and the wheels, the brakes, the suspension, and that's how you can easily spend 80 grand building the car. Okay, so let's check out the inside. This has door poppers, but I just wanted to show you how you get in just in case you need to. All right, so a couple really, really cool things inside. First off, check this out. Look how much room is back here. Somebody can sit down, plus that package shelf there is housing some great speakers in it. I don't know if you can see those back there. All right. All the wiring in this car, all new. All right. Check out all of this stuff here. This is really cool. I love this stuff. This is why this car costs so much to build. Dakota digital dash. Look how it fits in the stock gauge pods and how cool that is. Electric fans just powered up. Here's a heating and air conditioning system. Climate control right here. 5-speed transmission. Okay. Digital sound system with AM, FM, CD. Looks like satellite, iPod, hookup. Just great. This 3-spoke wheel. We just put this on. This is really nice. All these billet knobs that are on here. This is a cool ass car. Look how cool those mats are, man. Just the mats alone. I'd buy the car just for the mats. Well, I did buy the mats, but you know what I'm saying. We're showing 3,934 miles on this car since it was restored. And it's held up really well. You could spend hours in this car going through all the cool nuances about it, from the new dash, the new headliner, new seat covers that are stuffed properly, new carpet. All the panels in the back are all new. And probably the most important thing is what's it sound like. So how about I stop rambling and start this thing. Talked about so many things on this car, you know, the little stuff we didn't talk about, like correctly lowered with 2-inch drop spindles. We didn't talk about the Boston acoustic speakers in the car. We glazed over quickly the 5-speed transmission, which is a big deal in here. That's a lot of money. And we touched on a few things, not to mention the paint is really, really nice. I love the 302 callouts. If you don't love these for some reason, okay, this is just a decal and it comes off. Not a big deal. We'd be happy to do that for you. I think it looks great. And I'm not sure there's anything left to do on this car other than really, really enjoy it. You got air conditioning, you got heat, you got a great suspension, you get a great, great car. If you can find a way to get this really, really cool 69 Mustang in your life, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.